Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to go over how to make a couple embellishments. We're actually going to do a tutorial on a tassel. So the reason that I'm making some embellishments is because I am participating in a project share from Missy over at DWYL. If you have not been to her channel, please go check her channel out. She's super funny, very entertaining. And she's always upbeat. She's very like happy all the time, which I think is really cool. But she comes up with really cool ideas. She does project shares almost monthly. So if you want to participate in another project share that's different than the one that I'm hosting, then go over, take a look at her channel, and definitely participate in her channel. It's going to be really fun this month. I'm actually pretty excited about it because I love doing embellishments. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the embellishments that I already have. And then I'm going to show you the fourth and final embellishment that I'm going to do for the project share. And the tag will be a surprise for everyone. As whenever you do a project share, she does the same thing I do. And she shows the world, you know, she talks about it a little bit. She mentions the person who did it, say, you know, I have tacky glue here, but say, you know, this is a new project and Bob made it and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she talks about it a little bit and she showcases the project. So yeah. So anyway, now that I'm done chatting, now without further ado, we're going to go over what I've already made. So one of the things I actually made in a previous video, and you guys might recognize it, and it's a planner tie closure thing. And it's got the embellishment here, and it's a little different than your traditional embellishment because it embellishes your planner. So like I said, it's a little different than your traditional embellishment. Normally, the embellishments are, you know, like this. They're fairly flat, but I definitely wanted to try something different with this particular project share. I wanted to go, you know, outside the box and not do the same things that I've been doing, if you will. So I actually used my embellishments to make an embellishment. So, and actually you can look at the series Extend Your Stash, and I definitely go over how to use your own creations to make new creations. It's actually kind of cool. So anyway, this is a planner embellishment, if you will. And this one's actually kind of cool. It's all glued together. It's a stack of letters. And I actually got this idea from Jennifer over at Genevieve. She actually uses a stack of love letters, if you will, to embellish the top of her keepsake box. So if you guys don't know what a keepsake box is, it's similar to this. This is just one that I redid with Dollar Tree items, and it's got some envelopes in here, and these are just made from punches. You can also there's tons of downloadable templates out there that you can print out onto your decorative paper, and you can fold them up, and you can do it that way. Anyway, this is a keepsake box, and I think that this might look a little silly being on this particular box because this particular box is quite bright, and these letters are not. These letters are dingy. They're vintage looking. I did go with the vintage style with this one. I did do different themes because Missy, when she did the video for the project share, she was very adamant on different styles. She wanted to like mix things up. So this one is, I don't know, I would say that this one's more shabby chic here, and this one is more of like a vintage style. And then this one here, I love this thing. This was so much fun to make. I love making charms. I have definitely been on a kick with the charms. I did go over some of my charms, and then oddly enough, when I did the video, I was like, oh my gosh, I need more. So I made more. But I love this one. So I took one of my charms and I added it to a chain, and then I added a lobster clip. So it can clip onto just about anything. It can clip to itself. So if you want to loop it around something, you can loop it to itself, or you could just clip it straight onto whatever. But I thought that that was super, super cute. And I mean, who doesn't love a charm for an embellishment? Apparently my daughter loves a charm. So anyway, I thought that was super cool. And I've used several different beads sets. I think this honestly came from 1, 2, 3, 4 different sets, not including the chain or the clasp. So there's that. And like I said, those are the 3. The project share is to make 4 embellishments and a tag. Like I said, I'm not going to go over the tag in this video. The tag will be a surprise. And I'm going to go over my 4th. Sorry, I have a lint on my desk. It bothers me. So I'm going to go over my 4th embellishment with you guys and how to make it. So this is super, super easy. You can use really whatever kind of round device you have. If you have a, what are they called? If you have book rings, those will work really well. If you have like old key rings, like the, let me grab my thing. Oy. So I actually got this particular hook out of my beading box, but like, oy, I'm gonna throw stuff on the floor. And this chair is super heavy, so it's not really that easy to move around. Although the mat makes it easier. So anyway, if you guys have like old key rings, I actually bought these. I think I got these on AliExpress. I don't remember. I buy a lot on AliExpress. But like just a key ring. Like this. You can also do, let's see, anything round really. So I am using these, which are gigantic lobster clamps with D-rings on the bottom. They're already attached to them. And then here's the book rings that I was telling you guys about. So like I said, you can do anything that's round. Any kind of, anything like that will work. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. My computer's going off. Yeah, my computer's right beside me, so I love this new desk. I can have my computer up here at the same time, which is awesome. So anyway, you're going to take your round object and you're just going to set it aside for now because we are going to use it, but we're not going to use it right this second. You're also going to need twine or yarn or ribbon or something that's like flowy. You can use anything really. As long as it's got flow to it, you can use it. So and you're going to need scissors. So I'm just going to pull out a length that looks good to me, and I'm going to make them all the same-ish lengths. And I say ish because at the end of this, you're going to be able to trim it all up. And I'm actually going to grab a different pair of scissors because those are going to drive me nuts because they're not very sharp. Oh, I'm going to grab ones that are worse. All right, so I'm going to, really, I'm going to cut this just because it's in my way. All right, now I'm going to use this one, which is the same-ish. Okay, that works. It just fell down. It's the same style of yarn, but it's just a different color. And we're just going to lay them down just like this. Oi, oi. Now, some of the tassels that I've made, I've definitely left them different lengths on purpose because it definitely adds some character and dimension to your projects. So keep that in mind. You don't have to have everything the same length. You don't have to have the same number of every single exact, you know, if you use 4 different yarns, you don't have to have each string like 4 times. Just make it whatever you want. And I have some eyelash yarn that I got at the Dollar, no, not the Dollar Tree. Good God, I wish. No, I got this at, where did I get this? Goodwill. That's Goodwill. Alright, okay. So it's not exactly easy to mess with because it doesn't like coming out of the skein as well as some of the other yarns. And we're just going to add a couple. We're not going to go overboard with this because we want it to be an accent piece. We don't want it to be the focal point. Okay, I think 3 is plenty. And I'm going to add some hemp just because it adds just a little bit of a different texture. You can also do like, I've seen the sequin strands. That would be really cool because it adds like another shine to it and another texture because the sequin strings are like, they're a different texture than any of this other stuff. You can also add, let's see, I've seen the baker's twine before. Look at all this from the freaking eyelash trim, the eyelash yarn. So now take each one of your strands, just like so. And they're not going to stay even, but that's okay. You're just going to pick up each one of your strands. No rhyme or reason, just kind of grab them all in your hand. But you do want them all to be, at least at this point in the project, you want them all to be like really close together as far as like the ends, because we're gonna like thread this through the round object that you have of choice, whether it's a key ring, whether it's a D-ring, whether it's the lobster clamp thing that I have. We're just gathering them all up. And it doesn't have to be pretty right this second. You're going to make it pretty. All right. There we go. All right. Kind of calm it down because we want it to come through the circular object easily. So we're going to take this little bit here. We're kind of going to twist it into a mock point, because like I said, we want this to flow through our circular object easily. Okay, take your circular object of choice and pull it through. And just ignore that, that's my computer again. Okay, and pull it through. Now, one of your items here, you pick one. It doesn't matter which one, but pick one, and then that's what we're going to use to wrap. Okay, I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to do a yarn because the hemp doesn't tie very well, at least not for me. I think I'm going to do the dark one. So I'm going to take a decent sized piece because I want to make a, I'll show you. So what we're going to do is grab our yarn. We've pulled it all the way through until there's about equal amounts on both sides. And it just needs to be about. It doesn't have to be exact amounts. So we're going to pull everything flat down. Okay? We don't want anything poking out at this point. Okay? So we're going to lay this here. And then grab a piece. What I have is I put it on my 3 fingers here and then close it so it doesn't really move. And you still have your beginning of a tassel in the other part of your hand. Take the slack and wrap it around. Okay, just like so. And you're just gonna keep wrapping. Okay, and depending on how long or how wide you want this, I'm pushing it down. How wide you want this portion right here, you just pull it down to where you want it, just like that. Okay, and so I'm going to actually unwind this just a little bit because I need something to tie it with. Flip it over and use this side. Okay, and just keep rolling it until you have what you want. Okay. Oi. Sorry, I had to turn the TV down just a little bit. My daughter is playing Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader, ironically, and she's 5. So, it's funny to me. Okay. So, you just, like I said, you just wrap it as thick as you want or as thin as you want. And so, I've got a pretty nice thick layer right there. So, I'm done. I'm good. So, I'm going to find that other piece that I kind of like hid. Where did it go? I think that's it. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my string down to the bottom here, and we're going to tie this. It seems complicated, but it's really not. I mean, you just take a whole bunch of yarn or thread or, you know, whatever you want and pull it through a round object of some sort. I mean, it can be anything. It can be an old key ring. I mean, it really, really honestly could be anything. And now you're just going to pull the rest of it down just like so. Okay. And you have yourself a tassel. Now, what you can do on this is you can add some charms here. And I might actually do that. So you can add some charms here. Oh, let's see. What do I have that will match? Actually, I think this will be really pretty. I like that one too. I think I like that one better because it's got the brown. Like I said, I kind of got obsessed and started making a bunch of them. Alright, so we're going to take our charm here and we're going to thread our yarn through. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't really want to open it up, but I might have to. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cheat a little bit. There we go. Alright, now we're just going to tie this off here. And I'm going to double knot it just in case because the eye of this is a little large. Oh. There we go. Alright, and you can trim the tail if you want to. I think I'm going to leave it though. Alright. So now we have, actually I think I'm going to trim it. So now we have a little charm added to our tassel. Okay. Now if you wanted to, you could actually trim this entire tassel up, and I think that's what I'm going to do to make it semi-even, because right now it's not even close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the shortest pieces, which are, looks like right on here, and I'm just going to start trimming. Alright, now that you're done giving your tassel a haircut, you should be about done and ready for this to be an embellishment for either a planner or a key ring, or, you know, people put tassels on all kinds of things, and you could definitely make these shorter. I do like the short tassels, but I also really enjoy the long tassels as well. So, there we go. Now this one happens to be a little messy. If you use baker's twine or embossing thread, it'll be a lot less messy, I promise. So let's go over our embellishments one more time. So we have the tassel that we just made. We have the stack of letters that we made. We also have a planner embellishment. And we also have our charm that's not in the bag. There we go. And we also have our dangly charm. So those are the 4 embellishments that I am doing for the project share for Missy over at Do What You Love. Again, if you haven't checked out our channel, please go check out her channel. She's, like I said, she's really funny and she's always in a good mood. She's always happy. She's always, you know, very positive person. So, and she's got tons of ideas and she's just a lot of fun to watch. So anyway, these are the, well, there's still a tag that goes with the project share and you have to make a tag as well. So I'm going to make a tag and then send this off and we'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I helped you guys learn how to, at the very least, create a tassel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time. Bye guys.